Morning, everyone. Welcome back to our journey, the journey that helps us to raise our self-awareness or inner awareness. So today is the second part, which continue the last episode. So last time we have been covered two referencing systems or two viewpoints to view our reality or the results that we get now. And let me show a little bit. Yes. Oh, please allow me to share the screen. No. Yeah. So that's how we have covered these two referencing systems. First one is science, and the second one that is religion or faith. And science tells us that the root cause of our reality is our mental images, right? And the cause of our reality, according to religion or faith, or be exact, that is from Buddhism. We borrow on knowledge from Buddhism, which is human structure, and it tells us that the root cause of our reality or the outcome that we get today, that's from three masses: uh, evil, blessing, and merits. Okay, so today we will continue uh, to discover the last one, the third viewpoint or the third reference and system, which is philosophy. So I'm so grateful for again being here today to share with everyone about the knowledge, about the value that I have received so far, I have earned so far, and applied to my life, and I think this is blessing for me that I can share it to everyone, and maybe some of you or maybe all of you could have some benefits to take away from it. And I'm so grateful for everything that I have received, the lessons that I learned from my teachers, from my master, from many, many people have supported me. And without them, I don't think I can be here today and be a better version of me every day. And I'm so grateful for the knowledge that I have learned so that I can share with all of you today. And I really appreciate your presence, your support, encouragement, all the kind words that you have sent to me. It means a lot to me, and is my motivation to do what I'm gonna do, what I'm doing. So thank you so much for your presence. Now, before we go to the third referencing system philosophy, there are there are two uh, concepts that I want to share with everyone, and it will support the idea, support the viewpoints of realities in the views of religion. So, in these two concepts, I think it's also related to science because science have proved it and they have applied it to um, our daily life. So I hope that you all can find something to take away and apply it to your life. And these concepts is the first one is matter, space. I just oh so wait, give me a second. The in okay. How Polish. How about it? Matter and space. Space, matter and space. So have you ever heard about the concept of matter and space? So what is matter and what is space to you? Do you have any idea about matter and space? So it's about physics, and to be specific, it's about quantum physics. They talk about matter, space, and time. And we also have another concept of time, and we will talk about it later. So we have, okay, we have matter. Usually we think matter is the one that is something, the object or the items or something that we see, we can touch, like our body is a matter to us. We can touch, see it, we feel it, right? So it is the matter to us. And what is space? Space. I need to turn off. Give me a second. All right. Hello, teacher Young. Meta. Can I call you Meta? Is it your English name?
Hello.
Thank you for your presence to support me. So please allow me to share the screen. Oh, okay. Let's continue. Matter in space. So matter is something that we can touch, we can see it, we feel it. It's a matter to us. In space is some space, like the space that we see space, nothing to explain, right? It's space. Like we don't see anything there, so it's a space to us because we cannot see anything, uh, or we know that it's the air. We know that it's the air, but uh, we're not able to see anything in it, so we call it space. That is usually the concept, our concept about matter and space. But in physics subject or quantum physics, they have different viewpoints. They have different outlook to look about matter and space. And they said that everything in this world, in this physical world, um, exists in the form of collections of particles. Particles. Even in space that we see, there's objects. There is something inside it, something in it. We just don't see it. So let's see how it works. They said that everything, even matter, even space that we see, there is, and they dig deeper and they research and they saw that there is one thing is the smallest as of now, just as of now, they think it's the smallest particles, and they call it fundamental particles. So everything is made up by these particles. Particles. So that is one part. Okay. So our body, in the space that we see, everything, there is particles. There are particles, and these particles moving, move. There is movement. It's move. Okay. movement. And their speeds could be they could move slow, slow. Mm. Slow, slow, or it can move fast or super fast. When they move, the movement is slow, we can see it. So it's visible. Uh, it's visible in our eyes. It's visible in our eyes. Okay. I guess because of the light. Hope that you see that. Hmm. Visible. Okay. What if more slow? It's visible in our eyes. Like this. I see on the screen, you see my hand. It's moving, moving slowly, slowly. And you see it. You see it, right? So when those particles, which made up all kinds of these words, move fast, it's blurred, blurry, it's blurry. Like you say on the screen. My hand is moving faster. Is this blurry to you? Quite blurred, right? And if I can move it faster, 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 it's blurry. It's blurry. Okay. And if my hand is moving super fast, super, super, super fast, I cannot make it super, super fast. So you can imagine it's if it's super fast, we don't see it. We don't see it. It's not in a range that we can see it. So we call it space. And but there is wave. Wave. Okay. Waves. Okay. So the space that we talking about, there is waves. Waves like the waves of Wi-Fi, radio, and a lot of ways that in or even sunlight they also have its own some ways. So, but we don't see it. It doesn't mean that it doesn't exist, right? It doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. It exists in this world, but it's not exist in our eyes. You get that point? It exists in this world, but it doesn't exist in our eyes. So we call it space. We call it space. So there is one phrases decide if we see it or not. This what last time we have mentioned about this phrase, vibrational frequency. Vibrational frequency. Vibrational frequency. Oh, frequency. Miss and frequency. Okay. Vibrational frequency. So last time we have mentioned about this concept, right? People who are in the high vibrational frequencies, they can see the words different way, positively, beautifully, meaningfully. But those who are in the lower vibrational frequency, they can experience sadness, unhappiness, sorrow, grief, resentment, a lot of negative emotion and feeling. So it depends on our vibrational frequencies to see that or not. To see something is a matter to us, and we don't see it. It is space in our eyes. Like there's an image. For example, this is a table, right? A table, and on a table there is an object, and this is a ball object. And we observe it. There's eyes view the object on the table. So we call it observer. And this one, the observed object, the ball is observed object. Okay. Observed object. So why we can see the ball on the table? Why can we see the ball on the table? Because we and the ball are in the same frequency, or same vibration, same. On the same frequency. So that's why we can see the ball. So our body makes from earth. One element of our body is the earth, right? The solidity. So ball is also made from earth. There's one element of this ball is also from earth, our solidity. So we are in the same frequency. We're all made from earth. So we can see it. We can see the ball on the table. For example, we hear the audible sound waves, right? But for the infrasound wave, we cannot hear it. But the dog is able to hear that waves, that sound, the infrasound waves. But and we know ultrasound, right? We cannot hear it. We are not able to hear it. But some fishes can hear that sound. So we cannot hear it. It doesn't mean that it doesn't exist, right? It just doesn't exist in our eyes, in our ears, or in our physics range. But it do exist in this world. So what do you see in this page? What do you see in this page? You know, when I learned about this concept, matter and space, I see hope. I see hope. Why? Because whatever we want is already exist. What anything we want, it already exists. The thing that we are the same frequency with it, and so it will become the matter to us. It will become our matter. We can touch it, we can feel it, we can't see it. It's visible in our eyes, in our ears. So as long as we we raise or even someone lower their frequency to be the same with the matter they want, with the achievement that they want, with anything that they want, so that they can own it. They can own it or can become that person, as long as we are the same frequency with what we want, what we want to own, we want to, or who we want to become. As long as there is the same frequency, the same frequency. So we know that, for example, a successful person, so that person release a vibrational frequency, a certain vibrational frequency. So if we are on the same frequency with a vibrational frequency, but with a successful person, so we'll be successful. If we are on the same frequency with happiness, we'll be happy. We can feel happiness. We can see happiness. So even in in the same event, in the same situation, and two people have different frequencies, they can experience that event differently. They can experience that event differently. Those who have the higher vibrational frequency, which is the same frequency with happiness, for example, so the person can see the happiness, can feel the happiness in the same event. But in contrast, the other person who has the lower vibrational frequency, which the same frequency with resentment, for example. So in that event, they feel resentment. They have the resentment inside themselves. So what matters is not from the events that we experience, the persons that we see, or from the from the external world, but what really matters from our internal world. What we have inside is reflect our outer world. Okay, so what we need to work is our inner self, our inner world, not the outer world. Uh, we just know and find a way to raise our frequency or lower our frequency, because someone's who I know that there are people uh, who have the very super high frequency, so that you know money or money or fame or some other things, it's belong to a range of frequency. There's a range of frequency for those things, especially money and wealth. So those who uh, has a very high, super high frequency, they cannot hold uh, those materials. They cannot hold those materials. So if they want to have a better life in material lives, so they need to lower their frequency. So the key words is how to make our frequencies the same with the frequency of the one that we want to have, is the key point. We can lower or we can raise our frequency to the same frequency with what we want, so that we have it. So that's why I see hope in this knowledge, in these two concepts, because everything that we want is already exist. A few years ago, I learned about this concept, the concept that everything that we want or we want in the past, we want now, or we might want in the future already exists. And when I heard about that idea just a couple of years ago, um, I think it's great, but I don't understand it. I didn't understand until I learned. My master taught me about these two concepts, matter and space, and I can explain it. And then I know how it works, and I do believe that everything that we want already exists. So as long as we mix our frequencies is on the same frequency with what we want, we will have it, or of the person we want to become, so we can become that person. Okay, so anyone has any opinions or questions, want me to clarify something, any doubt, or you have reality, or you used to apply it, these concepts into your life, you want to share, please open your mic on and share it to us, or you can put it on in the chat box or comment on the live. Anyone want to share here? If no, we'll move to the next concept. Okay. Um, okay. We have another concept, super new, huh? It could be very new to someone. Super new. Time or space, time space or space time. Just time. Okay, time. So what is time to you? Time. What is time to you? Mm. If we talk about time, we'll think that there is the past, there is present, and there is a future, right? Past, present, and future. Past, present, and future. Past, present, and future. If we talk about time, you know that 1 day has 24 hours, and there are 30 days or 31 days or 28 or 29 days a month, 356 or 65 365 days a year. So those are our concepts about time. We have definitions about time in our minds. And I used to think about time in this way, but I have learned a new concept, a new definitions about time. What is it? So in the past is something that in the past we has experience. We used to experience, right? So something we um, experience. Hmm. Experience. And the present, something that we're experiencing. Experiencing. Hmm. And future, that is in the future we will experience that. Huh? We will is experience. Huh? Okay, we will experience. In the past, we experience. In the present, we are experiencing. In the future, we'll experience. Okay, so that is the concept about time. But if we keep the concept about time, if some there is the past, future, and present and future, and someone who think about time that in the past I make some mistakes. I have done something that make me regret at the moment. Uh, for example, so they will stuck in their mistakes. What they think is their mistake, their faults in the past, and they never forgive themselves or embrace themselves or tolerant to themselves. So they will stuck on in the event in the past, and they cannot find a way out if they still keep the concept, the belief about time is there is past, present, and future of time. So now in physics, scientists have proved something for us, have brought a new concept about time for us. So uh, let me read the definition about time, the new definition about time. Time is basically the changes in vibrational frequency, uh, the changes vibrational frequency to have different experience in space. Uh, Time is basically the change. Is basically the changes in vibrational frequency to have different experience in spaces. Mm. Okay, so again, time is basically the changes in vibrational frequency to have different experience, to experience differently in various spaces or in spaces. That is the first concept about the first new concept about time. So it's like we can put it in this way, like in space A, okay, space in space, right? Like a dot in space, a location in space A has the frequency, okay, vibrational frequency A1, all right, and in in space too, and in space, but locations too, locations, the location B in space, location B in space has vibrational frequency B1, all right, B1. So in different locations, different location in space, location A, location B, or spot A or spot B. Okay, dot 8 or dot B has different vibrational frequencies, which is A1 and B1. So time, we read the concept, the new definition about time again. Time is basically the changes in vibrational frequency to have different experience in various spaces, in different locations, in different location in space. Okay. For example, location A in space has a vibrational frequency A1, and this vibrational frequency is low. Okay, is low. And in location B has vibrational frequency B1, and it's higher frequency. So if we first, for example, the events happen in the past, we experience that, and we experience that with the vibrational frequency A1, the low vibrational frequency, lower frequency. So we experience sadness, experience unhappiness, experience resentment, grief, or anxiety, for example. But now our vibrational frequency is higher. Our vibrational frequency is higher. So it means that we are in the different location B. And then we look back to the event in the past. We look back to the event in the past. Those events that have happened cannot change. Cannot change. But when now we are in the vibrational frequency B1, which is higher, and look back to the event in the past, we don't feel sorrow, we don't feel sadness, resentment, anxiety anymore. Okay? We don't feel those emotions that we have felt in the past when we have the vibrational frequency A1, the lower vibrational frequency. But now in location B in this space, or to be specific, we has the higher vibrational frequency, which is B1, and then we look back to the event in the past. We don't feel those negative emotions anymore, but instead, we might get some lessons. We might feel relief. We might feel relief, or we think that just it's not a big deal to you. So the event we cannot change. We cannot change the event that happened in the past, but we have changed our inner appearance with that event, right? In the past, when we have lower vibrational frequency, we see resentment, we see grief, we see sorrow, we see sadness. But now, in a higher vibrational frequency, We don't see it. We don't see it. Instead, we might get some lessons so that we can grow. We get some lessons so that we can grow. Or we don't think it's a big deal, like we felt it in the past. So it means that when we change our vibrational frequency, we experience those events differently. And that is the new concept about time. So with this new concept, we won't be stuck in those events, in those past experience in the past anymore. And we know that as long as we raise our vibrational frequency, we have difference. We have different experience. That's it. So that is the first new concept about first new definition about time. So let's say, just get it, and for example, in the past, okay, in the past, I live with my aunt. I live with my aunt, and one day, my uncle could not find his money that he put in his pocket, and then he he thought that because I was new in that family, I just stay with them for a few days, and I visited them, and then I stay there for a few days to prepare. And before I moved to the dormitory in my university, so he couldn't buy his money, um, and then he thought maybe I have stolen his I have stolen his money. So he had a bad experience about that, and maybe he could criticize me for that. But then, and of course, if I experience that event, if I experience that event, do you think what emotion I have at that time? Could be angry, or could be um, feel so sad. Could be sad, angry, or become very uh, timid, uh, timid. But so things that happens, and I just, but at that time, because I didn't do that, so I just told him that no, I didn't do that, and then I just left that family. And so many years later, and one day his son told him that uh, he he was the one who got his money, his father's money, is my uncle. And then when my uncle met me and know that uh, uh and know that I'm not the one who got his money, who got his money. So his experience about me different. Now, at this time, his vibrational frequency to me has changed, is higher. So he doesn't feel unhappy when he meets me anymore, or any negative feelings that he have about me disappeared. And for me as well, when I meet him, and I know that, and he makes apologies about what he have done with me in the past, and and that I just think it's just all the things that happened in the past, my sadness, my anger, or grief, or whatever I have, emotions that I have in the past. At the moment he made the apologies to me, what do you think the emotion I have at that time? What emotion that you think that I have at that time? So my vibrational frequency about him also raised, is also raised, and to be higher, so that I don't feel uh, sad about that anymore, or angry about that anymore. Or, but instead, I will, I could forgive him, for example, or if I don't attach to that event anymore. So I think it's not a big deal to me, and that our relationship will be better. Mm. So it is how, um, the new definition about time can work, and we can apply it to our life. If we want to have a different experience, or the better experience about something, just raise our vibrational frequency, or uh, put our vibrational frequency in a high, in a in a range that is quite high, so we have different experience about life, about world, about universe. And in the new concept about time, or new definition about time, we also uh, see this point. They said that time is not fixed. Okay, time is not fixed. It is subject to observer. To observer, we have draw an observer in the previous concept, matter and space. So it's subject to observer's vibrational frequency. Hmm. So it's subject to the choice. It's subject to the choice of observers about vibrational frequency. Time is not fixed. Time is not fixed. Not fixed. Hmm. Not fixed. Time is not fixed. Okay, it's subject to the choice of the observer about their vibrational frequency. So in time, we have you ever experienced feeling? Have you ever experienced a time that you feel so, you experience something, you do something, and you think you just get started, and then time's up, time's up, and finish. And you say, "Well, it's so fast. I have done anything, but it's past already." Have you ever experienced? Have you ever experienced that? Um, I believe that you, at least in your life, you experience that one. You feel time passes very fast, and especially when we do something that we like. When you do something that you uh very like, when you do something that you like, like some people like play playing games, and when they just get started and hours has passed, but I didn't know. And it's when it's the time to go to bed, and they like, oh, how can it pass so fast? So with that feeling, it means that you have a higher, you're in a higher vibrational frequency, the high or sometimes super high vibrational frequency. So that's why you feel time passes very fast. But have you experienced that is why it's passed so slow? Like when you do something, it's very hard. It's harder for you. And I remember when I was in college, there are some subjects that I don't like much. Uh, that I don't like much. So when I got into the classroom and the teachers and the professor or the professors uh, uh, did the lecture, and me in the corner of the class, I just slept, and feel time passes very fast, very, very slow. So if we experience that one, it means that we are in the mm, in the low vibrational frequency. So time is not fixed, right? This can be faster or it can be slower. It depends on our vibrational frequency. And apart from feelings about a time, we also have the value that we create. We create. Hmm, the value that we create when we are in the higher vibrational frequency is we create more value, huh? We create more value. Um, we produce more value. We produce more value when we are in the high vibrational frequency. So it seems like the the length of time is lasting. It lasts longer. It lasts longer. So those who are in a higher vibrational frequency, they experience and they feel the time pass very fast. But during that time, they create a lot of value. They create a lot of value for their families, for their organizations, for their societies, for their communities. They have done a lot of things for like those who are in the higher positions in an organizations in 1 hour or one working days. They have made a lot of decisions that create a lot of values for their organizations, for the company, for the business, for the clients they are supporting, or for their employees. And those values are even hundred times or thousand times compared to other people. So the value they create is more when we when they experience things in a higher vibrational frequency. So, and mm, however, when we are in the lower vibrational frequency, the value that we create less, 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 and is equivalent to the length of time, the shorter uh, length length of time. Seem like the time is shortened. It's shortened because the values we create during the same amount of time is less. So it means so it's like the length of time is shortened. Okay. So time is not fixed, right? It's subject to the observers, the choice of the observers about their frequency, their vibrational frequency. So we can apply this new concept about time, this new definition about time to our life. For example, in exercise, it doesn't matter how long do you spend. Of course, it's matter, but not a lot. How long do you spend to do the exercise? But what really matter is your vibrational frequency when you do it. In anything, not only exercise, in anything, not only exercise. If you are in a higher vibrational frequency, or some people they call it they are in the flow. They're in the flow. They call it in the flow. It means that in that time or in that vibrational frequency, they experience things. They feel that it's fast, it's very fast, and they create more values. So if we apply it to, for example, we are talking about exercise, just few minutes, okay, just few minutes in a high vibrational frequency, the value that you create for your body is more than you spend hours to do the exercise in a lower vibrational frequency because the value you create for your body is less when you are in a lower vibrational frequency. So if you want to achieve something in sport competitions, and then you force yourself to train your body that's so hard every day. Of course, when you train your body, the body's adapts to it, and it benefits you in some way. But if you raise your vibrational frequency in a higher level, mm, in a higher level. So the value that you create for your body during those hours could be more. Could be more. It seems like you have spent like those who have high vibrational frequency do the exercise just for a few minutes or have the value to create a value for the body could be same or more compared to those who are doing the exercise in the lower vibrational frequency. Okay, so not only exercise, but about a lot of things that we can apply to our life when we do something and we do it in a higher vibrational frequency. The value that we create is more than um, more than other people, more than other people. And we can so in business, people talk a lot about how to manage the business to be effective, productive, to make the employees' performance better. It's better, more effective, more productive. So if you ask them to do like extra work or overtime to create more value, it's nothing compared to an employees who has a higher vibrational frequency when they do their job, when they perform their job, their work. Because when they have the higher vibrational frequency, the value that they create during just, for example, just 4 hours a day, is more than those who are in a lower vibrational frequency, but they work overtime. So which one do you choose? If you have, there are two employees, okay? There are two employees. The first one has high vibrational frequency and they just work for 4 hours, but the value that they create during that 4 hours is more than those who are the one who uh, work for 8 hours, okay? Who works for 8 hours in a lower vibrational frequency. The value that they create, the value that they create during that in that duration, that in those 8 hours is is less compared to the first employee. So that we call um that we call time the thief we call the thief of time in a business, that they spend 8 hours but they worked in a lower vibrational frequency, so the value that create just around maybe 3 or 4 hours, not exactly 8 hours. So when we talk about performance at work, if you want to raise the performance at work, the employer and employee should know about this concept uh, about time. So it doesn't matter how long um, you put in there, but what really matters, that is how you work, how you perform. The vibrational frequency you have to do the work is really matter. Is really matter. So so that's why I feel I'm I feel so grateful. I so grateful when I know and when I learned and when I can apply it, this concept about time in my life. You know, I I'm taking a course, the master course uh, an about training and coaching in the self. So um for in the first part of that master course, I need to uh I need to do two types of live webinar. The first one is 24 hours, and the first one is 24-hour understanding, help people understanding three referencing systems to create a desired life. It's, that is um, the course. If you call it the course or the journey that I create or the live webinar that I'm doing. So 24 hours. And then the other one, double it, 48, 48 hours understands about cause, conditions, result to create a desired life. So here's for these three referencing systems will help us understand about the cause and view the good cause, view the good seed first, so that we can receive a good result. So we focus on the course, just the basic, the fundamental basic course, course. So without the new concept about time, I was not able to do these two journeys, 24 and 48 hours. How can I do that? How can I do that? Before, when I heard that some my friends, my fellow journeyers, they have done uh, a live webinar with 24 hours and 48 hours. I really admired them, and I think, how can I do that? I cannot. I cannot. But when I learned about I learned new concept about time, and I got this principle, and I know how it works, and I can do it. So that's why you see, I have these kinds of live webinars. So if we apply it to our work and especially sleeping, because after like few hours, around 3 to 4 hours, I will take a break around 1 hour and a half or 2 hours, and then I come back, and during that break, what I do. So I might have lunch, I might have breakfast, I might have dinner, and then I focus on my resting time. Resting, I could sleep. I could sleep. And when I sleep, with the high vibrational frequency, the value of my sleeping, even it's just for 20 to 30 minutes, but the value it creates for my body to recover during that time, for the cells working in my body, is compared to, is similar to the body that sleeps for hours, So just with that 20 to 30 minutes, the length of time is less longer, seem like hours, less than hours. It's not hours. It's not just 20 to 30 minutes. So that's why I can't do this journey, this live webinar for 24 hours. But actually, it's not really 24 hours. So last time, I start around from, I think, 7 a.m. in the Philippines, and then I finish around 11 p.m. 11 p.m. It's not actually 24 hours, but it's already beyond what I could what I could imagine, when I was in the past. When I was in the past, I could imagine that I could do that. But then, with the new concept about time, I changed. I changed my mindset about time. So I know that time is not fixed, as long as I raise my vibrational frequency, so I can experience things, I can perform my works effectively, productively, even with a short period of time. But the value that I create more, and when I applied to my sleeping, so my body recover during just 20 to 30 minutes sleeping very fast and create more value for my body and how it works. Okay, so we can apply it into um, many aspects in our life. So that's why we have good health or a good state to do this journey on this live webinar. And if we feel that we are resting, we are sleeping more than the time that we worked, so we are healthy, right? But usually we think that, oh, I spent more than 12 hours or 15 hours. Some people work 16 hours a day. And every time they finish their work, they feel so tired. And they said, I have spent such a long time to perform my work. Of course, if you have that concept, your body will understand that way. So, and you are in the lower vibrational frequency, so that's why you feel tired. But with the same length of time of working, the person who has a higher vibrational frequency, who pour in a higher vibrational frequency, they feel that they are resting more than they work. They rest more than work. And it's not imagination. It's not illusion. Okay, it's not illusion. But in a higher vibrational frequency, they feel, they can feel it. The body works differently. The value that they create for their body is more. It's more. So that's why they feel that they rest more than they work. And it's because when we rest more than work, of course, we are always in a good health state. Do you get my point? So I think that we just need to raise our vibrational frequency, okay? So we can experience our life differently. We can perform our work effectively, productively, and bring more value to this society, or to your communities, Okay, so are we good with the new concept about time? I love this concept so much because it's removed a lot of my barriers about doing something, doing anything, and I can manage time. So before, I think that when somebody asks me to do something, then I always say that, oh, I'm so busy on the time. I don't have time to do that thing. I don't have time to do this thing. Sorry, I cannot do it. I cannot make it because I'm so busy. I have to have something I have done yet. So I need to spend time for it too. But when I learned a new concept about time and know how to manage time, so we have this one. You will see that you are time billionaire. You are a time billionaire. Okay, you can manage manage your time. Just like this, okay? Just make it clear. Okay. Not important, okay? Important. Not urgent and urgent. See, letter U, urgent, okay? And uh, we have four quadrants, okay? Quadrants. The if we identify that thing, that thing is important and urgent, so we put it in our top priority, okay? And then what you can decide not important and urgent in the second place. Sorry. And the not urgent and important things in the third place, or you can switch between the two. And the last one is not important, a thing that is not important and not urgent. So we put in the last place. As long as you determine that is a very urgent and important, put it on the top. For example, it's not example, is I use it in the past. One of my friends, she left the country to her homeland. She has she have been she have lived in the Philippines for more than 10 years, and it told me that it's the time for her to come back, uh, to go back her homeland in Brazil. And it's I think met her at that time is very important and was a very important and urgent thing I need to do. So even I have work at that afternoon, but I asked my manager if I can um, take a leave on um, half day, take a leave that half day. So to meet her. Usually I will perform work at that time. But when I know that uh, going to meet her and is a very important was a very important and urgent thing I need to do. So I choose to put it on the top priority. So I asked my manager that if I can take the half day leave, and he agreed, and he agreed, and he agreed. So do you think that we can? I have to manage my time, right? Have to manage my time. If I couldn't manage my time, so I I put in a place in a positions that I was forced to do that. But by this way, by doing this, I actively, I actively put the top priority, put the urgent and important thing on the top priority. So I choose to do what I think is important and urgent. So is this called managing the time? Yeah, that's how we manage our time. So let's say always free, always available. Okay, always available. We are always available. We are always free. We're free. Always has spare time. But because we have some things are urgent and important, we have something very urgent and important, so we put it on the top priority. For example, sharing this knowledge, sharing this value to me is the top priority at this time, so I do it first. And later, during the break time, uh, it's resting, sleeping, or having lunch. It's my top priority, so I spend time for that. And when something comes and I think is urgent and important, I will put it on the top. So does it mean that I'm free on the time so that I can't freezily, okay, flexibly uh, put which one is on my top priority, right? And another words also very powerful when we use it, that is have enough. Huh? It's always enough. We have, we always have enough time. Enough. We don't need more. We don't need less. We need enough. We always have enough time to do anything that we want. So with these two confirmation, these two words are very powerful for us to manage our time. Hmm. For us to manage our time. And when we say it, we are 20 forever, we are 20 forever, it means that we are in the high vibrational frequency when we talk about age. When we talk about age, so a lot of people has a problem with age and they feel sad, they are unhappy every year plus each year comes because they think that the age is increased, they are aging. But if they applied this concept to their life and they raise their vibrational frequency about age, so uh, so they can reverse the aging. Um, very let I so I have the reality about that. I experience age in different way. Since I don't know why I think that's my blessing to have that concept about time, about age. Since graduated from uh, college, from my university, I don't know why my concept about age just stopped when I was in university. And I never, I never think that I'm aging. I always had a feeling that I'm still um health. I'm still healthy and good health, have good health and on the energies as if I'm in the college, as if at the time I'm in the university. And it seemed like it stopped. The time stopped with me. The age stopped with me when I was in university. So I never feel that I'm 18. And the result that many people give me the compliments that I'm younger than my age. And it actually, I receive that remarks, that comments a lot about my age. So it's a age, it's just a concept. And I'm living with a teacher. Uh, she's Irene, and she's if we talk about her age, she's older than me. Yeah, he's around 5 years older than me. But he's doesn't look like an very middle-aged woman. He doesn't. She doesn't look like a middle-aged woman. But she looked like around just 20s something. And she doesn't have the wrinkles. Her face still shine and very healthy. So, and she told me that she um, she doesn't feel age. She's aging. She just when she learned about the concept about time, she changed her mindset, and she's and she thinks she's still around 20s. So because of that one, it raised our vibrational frequency, and even in science they call it age in reverse. Age in reverse will be younger, younger. So we can use that powerful phrase to apply 20 forever. Okay, 20 forever. 20 forever, forever. Last time a friend asked me to guess his age, and I told him 20. I told him 20, and he didn't get my point. So if we think that we are just around 20, 20 is at the age. Usually at that age, people are energized, uh, they're full of energy to do anything. They're enthusiastic about um, a lot of things in life. They are curious about life. They want to explore the world. They want to build a lot of things. So that's why we use the term 24, 20 for forever. But those who are very, sick, was so sick when they are in 20. So we don't talk about 20. Just look back in our 20 when we was 20 years old or 20 years old. But we use the general concept about 20 forever means that we are in a very good health conditions with we at that the state, we energize, we are curious about life, we are enthusiasts to view the world. So that's why we use the term 20 forever. Okay. So this is how we can manage our time. Can manage our time. Because we can manage our time, we can manage our life. So these are concepts about time. And okay, so anyone has any concerns or doubt or want to share something, please turn on your mic or put on a check box or share it on the comment. Hello, hello, Thanh Thủy. Thank you for your support. So if we don't have any, we don't have any concerns or want me to clarify anything here? Yeah, thank you, teacher Nathaniel. If we don't have anything that you want to share, so I think we have covered. We just finished this module. Matter, space, and some time. I hope that everyone have something to take away. Have something to take away and can apply it to your life. Because when I apply it to my life, I got a lot of benefits from it. So I'm so grateful for for the knowledge that I have learned, so that I can make my life simpler, more gentle, more joyful, and interesting. Okay, thank you very much, and I will put a break, just 30 minutes break, before we explore the third referencing system, or the third point to view our reality, to explain about our reality, or to dig deeper to find the root cause of our reality, according to philosophy. Okay, so now I will take a 30 minutes break, and we will come back after 30 minutes. So it will be 20, 30, 11:50 in the Philippines and 10:50 in Vietnam. Okay, thank you so much thank you so much everyone for your support and comments, good comments, and for your presence. Yeah.
Goodbye, teacher.
Thank you, teacher Young. So please allow me to stop sharing and stop live stream. Okay, stop recording.